those attack ads. November's elections are quickly approaching, which means political ads are beginning in full force. We are joined now by Melissa Baldoff, Communications Director for the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, and Brian Schimming, Vice Chair of the State Republican Party, to talk about the use of attack ads. We just saw one just a minute ago, and we were talking about that. So, Melissa, we're going to start with you. How beneficial and important do you think these ads are for the race?
Well, I mean, first off, I should just say that I think it says something about Scott Walker and his record, which, by the way, is dead last in the Midwest on job creation, that he's leading with an attack on a successful Wisconsin business that a year ago he was using taxpayer dollars to promote as an example of success.
Okay, and obviously we've seen them on TV, we've seen more coming from Scott Walker of the attack ads. Do you think that's on purpose, that Mary Burke isn't using that strategy?
I think that Mary Burke has a really strong record of success as a business executive in the nonprofit sector and the public sector to talk about, and so she doesn't have to attack Scott Walker's record as much. It really speaks for itself.
Okay, I know you're ready over here.
Well, after 4 years of attacking Scott Walker's record, I'd say the Democrats have some attacks in on the governor. Look, with respect to this ad that we saw just before we came in here, Mary Burke needs to change the subject. She's got an awful record as Secretary of the Department of Commerce. We had the highest unemployment rate that Wisconsin had in 25 years while she was Commerce Secretary. And now we find out that not only was she shipping jobs to China while she was there, but the Labor Department cited her and her company twice for having done so. Mary Burke's got to come clean on the jobs issue and on shipping jobs to China. This ad points it out. I'm not surprised that she's not happy about it.
Okay, and you think this ad, we were just talking about it, there was one last month that was playing for a little bit. You think this is a better ad representing?
Well, I think this certainly points out the jobs issue more strongly in terms of, her shipping jobs to China and her bad record as Secretary of Commerce. So anything that gets the truth out there, and this ad does.
Okay, let's talk about marriage equality. Same-sex marriage in the state of Wisconsin, definitely a hot-button issue right now, because the result is still in limbo at this time.
Right, and it doesn't have to be in limbo. Right now, Scott Walker and J.B. Van Hollen could decide to not pursue their appeal any further. They could let equality stand in Wisconsin and, follow the lead of some other Republican governors, even like Tom Corbett in Pennsylvania, who decided it wasn't a good use of taxpayer resources to continue their lawsuit.
Okay.
It's
interesting because I didn't hear this from the Democrats when President Obama had the exact same position that Governor Walker did. Look, the governor's been public and he's been honest about his position on this, and it's in the Constitution.
Yeah, I mean, he said today, a spokeswoman for Walker says he takes seriously the oath of office that he took to support the Wisconsin Constitution. If others do not take that oath seriously, that is their decision.
Well, and if the people, if there's another referendum and they change the Constitution, then we'll end up dealing with that. But the governor's been honest, and he's got a voting record, and he's been willing to talk about that.
Well, I should just add, though, that there is a precedent in Wisconsin that Scott Walker and J.B. Van Hollen decided not to defend the state's domestic partnership registry. So there's a precedent for them to not continue to defend or take certain actions, and they could let equality stand right now if they wanted to.
Sure. Okay. Well, definitely a hot-button issue, like I said before, and we'll have much more on this in the next coming weeks. We'll have a final check of your forecast.